Yeah. Welcome to Travel is Fun Tours. We will be starting in 15 minutes. Thanks for joining us today.
No, I didn't last year. And it still was down. I heard. And I hope I get so fat. I have small bodies, so you I enjoy it. It was nice. And it wasn't as good as the first time. Yeah. And I didn't know who that Hans was. So then. And everything. Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there still openings for me like this month? Go back. Or is that all filled?
It's been shifted into August because we didn't have enough to go.
Oh, okay. Because I'm going May 1, September. So how close can you say that?
May claims.
Well, and I know it was September 26th. But
Yeah.
I mean, how close?
Canada will get back on September 1st.
So it's like 3 weeks now, or 3 weeks. So how's that got everything? Moved it 3 times, got everything.
That's the only time I've been.
Oh, because I remember seeing it moved it, so this is by their second. Okay.
It was only ever in May.
Oh,
We just bounced into once.
oh, okay, I thought it was earlier.
No, it was always right there.
Okay. And then Monte, Park. Jose Monte, I love her. She's trying to see everything in Spanish. Actually, she screwed up. And moved in. I don't have. Here's the village house. Yeah. In Fort Myers. I thank the man. Yeah. And you know what I like?
Yeah.
That I like. I tell you, Lord, we miss really say. People love it. It was so much fun. And this is. We're gonna get. I know this way. Yeah, hospital was you went out for car. Don't do. I'm not for it. I'm not. My calendar is in. My brother's system. What are you doing home? I said, "Buddy, I have to hang over 4 months." No. Well, that happens. So everyone has many of the close. I think I really go.
On my neighborhood, they think that's 20 years. This one, they're renting a big van, big, Uber, takes you to the airport. They want me to go there. So they can, we go to check in and get everything, and we watch all their stuff.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna pay me $50 to take a Uber back to get on. They got like 8 suitcases, about 20, so they fit with so they're good for the Portugal.
Did you find out where I was? Oh, we had to find out, but I know. So I just got that on Portugal March. Euro conference.
So I gather Canada's not doing so good, huh?
Yeah, I think I'm in the low 20s, need like 35 for it to go.
I bet you Maine's all filled up now.
Maine's better. I'm almost to 30 on Maine, so a few more, I'll be able to count that one as going.
No, that's still questionable.
Yeah, right now people are just holding their breath. It seems like nobody seems to want to do anything right now. Yes, ma'am. It's exhausting. Because you spend all this time putting trips together, taking payments, and then it falls apart, and then you gotta do refunds. So we're doing all of this work for nothing.
2 reasons.
It's frustrating just spinning your wheels all the time.
That time I already paid for the Maine trip, so. It is.
That's our last mistake. The extras are sent for, Jill. So now, I got my central card. Most of the time, so I told her. So I said, you know, that's the I said, well, they had to get clean to get it. So I got part of my already back. So it's like, but no. I'm surprised he was trying for nothing. She reordered. Hello.
Hello.
So look at the bird. That's my world. To do this, man, it's take it over. Right, This is what I said. Oh, you can go. Oh, train. I'm sure you.
I'm not sure.
Yes, yes, yes.
She doesn't come with these. She likes to hide in the office. So brought you to the meeting, nothing to hear about it.
What is next? Second one. I was going to couple of photos.
Okay. Glad you steered you towards me.
No, I came to the meeting, then I went to town.
What?
I did talk.
We'll get you all caught up. Let's see.
I remember.
18.
18 and a reading on the 15.
You get. Gee, you're wearing clothes. Yeah.
No, I was having a friend.
Well, I feel they.
Not only.
What else?
Well, they're trying I keep.
It's chilly.
Dark and plain when she means working. Before they got married, it's like, I'm already the 5-year-old son. And it's been. I
40 seconds.
like the thing you got in the family. Where they open the house, sit down in the air, see now. I need to drink in from.
Okay, can we see everything okay?
Yeah. Sorry, that side.
You picked a good side to sit on. Those people will be bad influences on you.
Make it a little bit bigger, Todd.
No, I cannot. If I turn the lights out, they all go out. And then I don't know what you people will be up to in the dark. We'll turn it off for where in the world. Okay, I got 1:30, so that means it's time to start. Hello, folks at home in YouTube land. And we have a crowd in here today. Everybody say hi. See, I told you they're actually here. They can't see it because the camera's this way. So welcome to TravelIs Fun Tours. This is our main meeting for 2025. I'm Todd Kennedy, your host, and we're going to talk about TravelIs Fun Tours and all the trips we got coming up. We are a small family-owned business. most of you have met my sister Lori and my dad Pat, and they're hiding at the office today because they don't like coming out and meeting people. They're scared. We are responsive to your needs. We like having folks enjoy trips and going with us. We especially like it if you go home and tell your friends what a great time you had so that they come to the next travel club meeting and go on the buses. We are fully licensed and insured. We're a legit business. We've been around for a very long time. We hope to be here much longer. And we have weathered a lot of storms. We've been through, recession in 2008, COVID. We're weathering 2025 right now. That's been exciting. But we've made it through all of those things because we very carefully manage the money. And our philosophy is until the trip is over, that's your money. That's not our money. Once all the bills are paid and you're back home in one piece, then we get paid. So that's why we can make refunds, take care of all that for you. We have over 40 years of experience. Dad started doing this when they used to say knee high to a grasshopper. I was a little bitty one. And we use up-to-date modern motor coaches. Here comes Whiten right now, so you can jump on there with Dad. And we use March first class for our coaches these days. We do multi-day tours. We go all over the country and primarily focused in the Southeast because that's easiest to get to without being on the bus for 2 weeks. But we go all over. We've been to Atlantic City and Washington, D.C. and Lancaster and all those places. And I'm going to tell you about all the trips we've got coming up. If you see the pastel colored sheets on the screen there, those are trips that we build in-house. We do all the contracting for those. Nobody has a hand in those except us. If you see the brightly colored sheets with all the stripes and all on there, those are we do in partnership with a company called Diamond Tours. So we've got a couple Diamond Tours coming up, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we get to them. We also do lots of day trips, generally 8 to 12 day trips a month, and they're just what it sounds like. You go out for the day, you go see something, you probably eat something, and then we bring you home. Sometimes we include the meal, sometimes we don't. And if you're good, we bring you home, right, Carl?
Right.
We go all kinds of great places, dinner theaters and casinos and shopping trips, flea markets, concerts, fairs, all over the place, museums, anything we can think of that you might enjoy, we will do. We do have a travel club. We have a new travel club member today. What was your name, sir? Tom. Everybody give Tom a hand. He joined travel club today. So now, well, we got 2 Toms in a row. It's a Tom. So I'm going to be making Tom his name tag. You don't have to be a member of the travel club, but it's great if you are. What we're going to do for you if you join the travel club, you're going to get a name tag. We're going to mail you flyers each month, and you get $2 off your trips. So when you are calling to book or pay for a trip, please remember to remind us you're in the travel club, so we'll take your $2 off. Again, that's optional. It's not required. Travel is fun experience. We're always going to be friendly and courteous and make sure we treat you with the utmost love and respect and enjoyment. We're very informative. We want to tell you all about the places we're going. We try to keep you comfortable on that coach. And most of all, look how much fun those people are having. And this is the end of the last mystery tour. So we're parked in front of the Hard Rock Hotel down in Hollywood, Florida. We had a spectacular lunch at the Hard Rock Cafe. Those of you who were there, are you still full?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've eaten since that meal. No, I'm sure it looks like I've eaten since that meal. So we're going to do a Where in the World contest. Does everybody have their little yellow slip? Or is Ollie falling asleep on the job?
Why would?
She's on it. All right. So where in the world, for those of you who don't know how this works, we're going to show you a picture of a place, and it is a place travel as fun has been before. The winner gets $25 off their next trip. Don't yell out the answer unless you're a devious Machiavellian monster who's trying to yell out the wrong answer and throw everybody else off, because that would be funny. It is a place travel as fun has gone before. Best answer wins the prize. So if you think you know, write a little bit more about it than just the name. That's how we break ties. No phone a friend or smartphones, 1 win per calendar year. Anybody in here win so far this year? Marina, of course. Nobody else? Barbara hasn't won once yet? Other Barbara? You have? Okay, so I got 2. Now they can't win the 25, but I have other goodies to give away too. So you might win one of those. So that's exactly right. Marina said it. Put your name on there because even if you don't know the answer, if nobody knows the answer, we're going to do a drawing. And even if somebody else wins the 25, you can still win one of my other goodies. I have prizes. I was just at Ollie's. I got some exciting merchandise for you. All right, so here's your picture. This is your clue. Da, 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 I think Marina thinks she's got it.
No, I'm gonna make you laugh.
No, okay. You do get extra points if you make me laugh with your answer. Buffy was pretty good this morning. She said, a nice place. Well, yes, it is a nice place, Buffy. But you got to be more correct than that. All right. So we're going to do highlights of upcoming trips. I'm going to show you what's going on the rest of May. May is a little dismal. People are sitting home riding the couch. I'm going to try and get some of you guys to come out and do stuff with us. So I got little street lights there to tell you how the trips are doing. This coming Saturday, Fisherman's Village is in trouble. We have a red light there, so we don't have nearly enough people for that to go. If you would like to go, grab a few friends, get signed up. We won't charge you until we know we have enough to go, but it's not looking good. Now, these yellow lights tell you those trips are within 1 or 2 people of being able to go. So a couple more signups, those trips will turn green. May 25th, we're going to St. John's River Ship. It's up past Orlando on the St. John's River out of Sanford. It goes on the Barbara Lee, which is a paddle wheeler. It's just been thoroughly refurbished, repainted. It's in great shape. They have fantastic food, prime rib, and goodies and desserts and entertainment and music. And it's a really, really nice day. It's a great boat to ride. Tuesday, the 27th, we got the Mayaca tram trip coming up. And that is down in the Mayaca State Park. They also have a tree walk. You can go up some stairs and go on walkways through the treetops. So that's pretty cool. Lunch bunch this month, May 29th. We're going to the Chataway. I could use a couple more of you on there. We're going to have a great lunch at the Chataway. We're going to do something special because Chataway is on the south side of St. Pete. And when I do my mural tours, we don't usually do the murals on the south side. So we're going to see some south side murals after lunch. And as usual at Lunch Bunch, we will sing happy birthday. And birthday kids will get a crown or a tiara. It's my birthday this month, so you can torture me all you want. I'm taking a crown this time. I gave you the tiara last year. Once is enough. And then finally, I got a green light. May 31st, we're going to go see Legally Blonde, the musical, down at the Broadway Palm Dinner Theater, based on the movie starring Reese Witherspoon, about a lovely young blonde lady who goes to college and she graduates. And she's very smartly dressed in her pink outfits with her little puppy dog in her purse. And she gets accepted to Harvard Law School against everybody's bets. And she kind of takes things over there. So it's going to be a fun musical, great food and desserts there, and a cash bar. So that is the rest of May for you in a nutshell. Jumping into June 3rd, this is going to be a double day. I've got some of those coming up. So I kind of came up with an idea because we were having trouble filling seats on the bus for some trips. So in order not to cancel things and in order to get you to places you want to go, we started combining destinations. So I got 2 things going on in Clearwater June 3rd. The first group is going to go on the Sea Screamers boat and get to go watch some dolphins and go on a thrilling ride around the Gulf. And then they're going to have lunch at the Sand Key Clearwater Columbia restaurant. So that'll be a really nice day for those folks. The other folks, we're going to drop them off at the Clearwater Aquarium in the morning. They'll have lunch on their own there because they have a restaurant at the aquarium. and you'll be able to see all the great critters at the Clearwater Aquarium. They got dolphins and beluga whales, and they've got manatees and all kinds of other critters for you to see. No belugas? I thought they had one. I could be wrong. But they do have a they do have a very special critter on loan just till July. In your window in the center here, you've got capybaras. You can go hang out with capybaras at the Clearwater Aquarium till mid-July. And June 3rd is before mid-July, so go hang out with capybaras. Doesn't he look like he's the guest star on the Love Boat there? The Love Boat, bringing capybaras to you. What's that? I would have to double check. I had pictures of manatees off of their website,
Yeah.
so
They should.
I would think they brought them back, but I'll have to check. June 7th, we got a little show called Shucked. It's a musical comedy all about corn, as Reba McEntire tells it. That'll be at the Straz and should be hilarious for you. Also, June 7th, we're going to send a bus down to Sarasota to go to St. Armand Circle for the Craft Festival. And if you can see here, that's the circle in the center of St. Armand Circle. Around the outside of it, they've got restaurants and shops and all kinds of great stuff. What's that?
Like, so you got the Straz and St. Armand's?
Well, the Straz is probably not going to go. And we moved this from Sunday because nobody realized that Amish restaurants aren't open on Sunday. So to try and make that work, that's why it is on Saturday now. It would be two separate buses, assuming they both go. Okay.
Wait.
So St. Armand Circle, they'll have a craft and art show going on around the circle. Great restaurants there like the Columbia and Tommy Bahamas. And my favorite, the Blue Dolphin is there.
Yes.
It's a nice little family restaurant. It's a little off the circle, but well worth a little walk over to them. They got fudge and ice cream and candy shops and art stores too. Around the circle here, they've got bronze plaques for all the circus families. And you're only a few blocks from Vero Beach. If you want to go stick your feet in the sand, you can go walk in the sand there. Just clean them off before you get back on the bus, please. So that is St. Armand Circle. That'll be lunch on your own there. The rest of the group, they're going to get dropped off at Der Dutchman or Yoder's for lunch on their own. And they're going to go to the Moat Marine Aquarium where they're focusing on the mammals. So you'll get to see some otters, and I believe they've got manatees and other ocean-going mammal type critters. So those are on June 7th. June 14th, we've got the Hard Rock Casino over in Tampa. And they've got all the games, of course. You can go win a bunch of money, right? Who's going to go win some money? But Buffy looked very sheepish this morning. She was doing so good on the mystery tour. She came running back to the table. She was up $10. And then she came back after when it was time to leave. I go, how'd you end up, Buffy? $40 down. So I told her she should have stuck on the 10. Anyway, they got good restaurants there. My favorite aspect of going to a Hard Rock, though, is the exhibits because they've got costumes and instruments and artwork from every band you've ever heard of. The one in Hollywood was amazing. They had Lady Gaga and Prince and Madonna and Katie, Elvis. Elvis's pajamas. Yeah, he had what, like black silk pajamas, wasn't it? Yeah, although I couldn't see Michael Jackson wearing that sweater. It just didn't look like him. But it came out of his yard sale, so I guess it's his. Anyway, that's the Hard Rock. Across the street at the fairgrounds, they're going to be having an AKC dog show. So if you've never seen a dog show in person and you take your allergy medicine, this would be a good place for you to go in the morning. And they've got the restaurant will be set up serving lunch. So you'll be able to get lunch there and enjoy watching an actual AKC registered dog show. June 15th on Sunday, we're going to have Father's Day mystery tour.
Where are we going?
No. Let's do it all together. There you go. We will be crossing a bridge. Actually, well, yeah, some of us will cross a bridge. Not everybody crosses a bridge. Yes, ma'am.
Are you bringing it back?
Yes, that's part of the contract. I have to bring them back. So it doesn't have to be just fathers. Everybody is welcome on this one. And what will you get? You're going to get some entertainment. I would dress up a little bit. You don't have to be in tux and tails or nothing, but I'd dress in nice clothes. And you're going to have a nice early dinner. And that's all I'm going to tell you. So there. It will be an early dinner. Yes, ma'am. June 19th for lunch bunch. We're going to go up to Dunedin, go to Cricketer's Pub, one of my favorite little restaurants. It's a British pub. It's in a shopping center up there. They've got a nice thrift store next door. And Buffy was telling me, I didn't know this, there's a really good bakery in the shopping center too. So some folks snuck over to the bakery last time we went. The food there is great, fish and chips, shepherd's pie. And if I remember right, I think the dessert we're getting for that one is apple crumble with vanilla ice cream. So a fantastic meal for you. A little bit of thrift shopping, great day. June 24th, I've got the Travel is Fun movie tour. That's my specialty. And it's just what it sounds like. I'm going to take you to all the movie locations around St. Pete, maybe a little bit of Tampa. We're going to have lunch at Doc Ford's out by the pier. And we're going to go see movie locations like from the movie Cocoon. If you remember that, that was shot back here in I want to say in the 80s. Yeah, I worked at the t-shirt shop at the mall. We made the t-shirts for the production. So we'll take you to the house where the pool is, where the old dudes go swimming and suddenly feel like they're 18 again. We won't get to go swimming in it. I'm sorry. They don't open it for us. We'll go see where Nicole Kidman waved goodbye to her husband that she was plotting to have murdered on a fishing boat. We will go see where Magic Mike used to dance on 4th Street, but sadly the building's not there, but the sign is still up. And Ocean's 11, we'll go see where Brad Pitt is hanging out with Carl Reiner, betting on the doggies. So we'll have a great time on this one and a really good lunch. June 26th, we've got the Hacienda coming up. That is a luncheon and cruise. Cruise will be first thing in the morning. We'll be on the boat about 9 a.m. And then we'll have lunch at the Hacienda. And the Hacienda is a beautiful hotel built in the early 1900s. And it played host to all kinds of celebrities and politicians and a lot of folks you've heard of. This one is a go already, so you don't have to worry about this one getting canceled out from under you either. June 29th, we've got Blue Man Group coming up. And the Blue Man Group is going to be performing at their brand new permanent theater at the Icon Center in Orlando. That's where the big Ferris wheel is. And if you've never seen a Blue Man Group show, you ought to go see them at least once. It's kind of like Cirque du Soleil. It's really hard to describe, but it's an amazing, memorable show that you won't ever forget. You'll have lunch on your own before the show at the Icon Center. And the other option that day, this is a double, so folks can either go see Blue Man Group or they can just go hang out at the Icon Center for the day. So 2 different prices. So the things you can do at the Icon Center, they've got the Old Red restaurant, that is Blake Shelton's place. You've got Gordon Ramsay's Fish and Chips. There is an Outback Steakhouse and a bunch of other great places to eat there and shops. They also have a lot of attractions to check out. They got a 450-foot tall Ferris wheel with an air-conditioned enclosed cars. From the top of that, you can see all the way to Kennedy Space Center. Wasn't that you, Barbara, took a picture of the vehicle assembly building up there? That came out pretty good, too. I was impressed. They also have a great wax museum there, a Madame Tussauds wax museum. Who knows who this guy is? Aquaman. What's the actor's name? I keep forgetting his name. Mo and Larry? I don't know. I thought you girls would know him. Jason Momoa, you win. Good job. So Jason's are standing right there in the middle of a room. You can walk right up, throw your arm around him, and play with his hair. And as long as you don't mess him up too bad, they won't kick you out. But you can take pictures, and it looks like you're actually standing there with the real people. So a lot of fun things to do at the Icon Center, either Blue Man Group or see the other attractions. So now it's time for some photo bombs. Now, if you don't know what a photo bomb is, it's when you're trying to take a lovely picture. I don't know, a nice picture of two guys named Tom, but then Carl's behind them, and Carl jumps into the picture and makes a weird face, ruins the picture for everybody. That's a photo bomb. So here you go. This guy's trying to take a nice selfie for his dating website. His cat just has to get in there. Yeah, that could be too.
I don't know.
Camels are very friendly critters.
Can't sing her.
Now, I should tell you the story I told them this morning. So there I was. There's a safari you drive through south of Atlanta. And my first wife, she was very touchy about driving. I never got to drive the car when she was around. So she insisted on driving through the safari. I had to sit in the passenger seat with a bucket of animal chow. So she pulls up next to the camel, and the camel sees me with a bucket of chow in my lap, sticks his whole head and his entire neck in the driver's side window, and pins her against the driver's seat with a big smelly camel dick while I'm feeding him. And all I can hear is, and I kept feeding the camel for a while. All right, so killer whales have a good sense of humor. They're trying to coax you into swimming with them so they can eat you. Yeah, I'm not sure if this guy knows what's behind him.
Oh.
That dog is not eating the baby. He's just yawning. It's okay. It's a very happy baby, though, isn't it? All right, jumping into July. We're going to start July off go to the Smoky Mountains to go to Dollywood for the 4th of July. So 9 meals included. That's 4 of your breakfasts and 3 of your dinners. That's all but 1 of your dinners, and 2 lunches included. So most of your meals on this trip are covered. You don't need to bring a lot of pocket money. The way the trip is going to go, day 1, we're going to drive up to Atlanta. We'll be staying near Atlanta. And I think we're at a Drury hotel that night. So we got a Drury dinner. That's one of the 3 dinners. Day 2, after a good breakfast, we're going to go up to Cherokee and go through Cherokee, North Carolina. And we will get to see, probably see some elk at the Mountain Home Museum. And we're going to have lunch at Granny's restaurant, which is fantastic. It's a buffet. It's so good. And we'll go to Newfound Gap on the way through there. Then we're going to get checked into our hotel, which is, I'm trying to remember, I think it's a Holiday Inn. Best Western. It's a very nice Best Western right near Sevierville in Nowak. Is Nowak? Kodak. Kodak. Not Kodiak. Kodak. And then we're going to have a show after we get checked in at the Grand Majestic Theater. It's the Soul of Motown. So it's a dinner show for us. That'll be really good. And then we're going to get you back home, tucked into bed, get you a good night's sleep. Next morning, we're not going to get up super early because this is the 4th of July at this point. So we'll sleep in a little bit, have a nice breakfast at the hotel, and make our way to Dollywood. Now, we plan to get to Dollywood about 11-ish, and we're going to give you a gift card that has enough on there for your lunch and dinner while you're in the park. Or you can use it for anything else you want to. If you're a light eater, you can get you a souvenir with it. I don't care. Cinnamon bread, yeah. I'm getting hints here. So they've got all kinds of great theaters to enjoy shows there. It's Dollywood, so there's going to be music and shows and entertainment and magic and all kinds of things to see. There's arts and crafts. There's stuff to buy. Lots of great food. And there are rides. If you're really brave, you can go on the rides. Terry and I will go. Terry's brave, right? Yeah, depends on the ride. I thought Marines were tough. Come on, man. So we're gonna go on some rides. We're gonna have a good time. Then after dinner, they're going to have fireworks. And they're also going to have a drone show up in the sky. So they have those electronic robot drones that fly around and make amazing patterns in the sky. So after the fireworks, we'll get you back to the hotel, get a good night's rest. It's time to start working our way home. And we're going to go through Atlanta on the way home. Now, we will take a vote on the bus for lunch. Now, my first choice going through Atlanta for lunch, I like going to the Varsity. It is not closed. I was just on their website 10 minutes ago. My dad lies. I just looked at their website. Don't say nothing about being closed. I will double check again. I don't know why they would be closed. Every time I've ever been there, they got people lined up out the door. I will check again. Anyway, that's my favorite place to go is the Varsity. So hopefully it's open. I think it is. But if not, we'll find another good place to go. We'll do a little bit of touring in Atlanta. We'll end up that day. We're going to get to Valdosta, Georgia, which is not too far from home, but it's a nice place to go spend the night. And it's another Drury Inn. So we'll have the Drury kickback at 5:30, where they give you 3 free drinks, beer, wine, mixed drinks, and dinner. So that's a pretty good deal there. After breakfast, I love the routine coming home from Valdosta. We get to sleep in a little bit. We don't leave real early. We're going to have lunch in Ocala, usually Cracker Barrel. And then we're going to go to everybody's favorite place on the way home. What was that? Yes, Russell Stover's on the way home. They got a Russell Stover's candy outlet we're going to go to. They serve ice cream there. And you guys all stagger out with about 40 pounds of candy each. So anyway, that's the Dollywood 4th of July. If you don't make it up there, we will have an alternative for you. The Starlight Sapphire out of South Pasadena is having a fireworks dinner cruise. They do have a special menu, and they will take in fireworks all along. And I like this one better than doing Clearwater, because the marina in Clearwater is kind of packed in there, and the traffic is real ugly getting out. So getting out of South Pasadena should be quite a bit easier for you to get home. July 9th, we got the Broadway Palm Dinner Theater for Annie. And Annie's going to be performing. So you'll get to see The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow and Easy Street and Hard Knock Life. I love to torture my scouts with that song when they tell me how hard their life is because the Wi-Fi in their house was out for 20 minutes. I start singing Hard Knock Life because I really sympathize with them. They've got, again, Broadway Palm, great food, great desserts, cash bar, and great musicals. July 10th, that's going to be a double day too. You can either go to the Florida Aquarium in Tampa, and that is all air conditioned and enclosed. Great aquarium. I've done overnights there with the scouts. It's a nice place to sleep. You don't probably want to sleep there during the day; they'll kick you out. But that they have a restaurant there, so you can have something to eat. Here comes Ollie. I don't know what Ollie's up to. Should be buried in the box somewhere.
You see it? I'll look again.
Okay, might be in another bag. Might have bagged it. Not the bag. So that's July 10th, the Florida Aquarium, and it's a beautiful aquarium. Make sure you check out the wetlands exhibit. It's got a narration by a friend of mine, kind of close to my heart. You might have read his articles in the Times, Terry Tomlin. He was a former scoutmaster. He passed away a while ago, but he's a very nice guy. And they still have his video running to talk about wetlands. The other option on the 10th is to go to the Tampa Firefighters Museum. And it's actually the first firehouse built in Tampa. So it's an over 100-year-old building. It goes way, way back. And they've got all kinds of antique fire equipment there, lots of good stuff to see. And that will include lunch at Uptown Bar and Grill after the museum. July 12th, we packed everything you could want into one day. So we're going to start the day with a short visit at Manatee Village. And it's one of these historic villages that has a town the country store there, the old pharmacy. It's got a train. It's got a schoolhouse. It's got all of those buildings to visit. Still can't find it. After that, you'll have your choice of lunch at Der Dutchman or Yoder's. And then we're going to visit the Red Barn Flea Market. That's mostly indoors and air conditioned. And then finally wrapping it up with a trip to Detweiler's Amish Market to pick up some goodies. And Detweiler's mostly locally sources their stuff. So it's all really fresh and really good. If you want the best ribeye you ever had, Wendy brought me a ribeye from there a while ago, and it was 3 meals, and it was really good. July 17th, we've got Lunch Bunch at Mama's up in Tarpon Springs, and it's a nice little family restaurant. We'll give you a little bit of walking on the sidewalk and shopping time, and celebrate more birthdays and anniversaries. July 19th, this is an evening performance up in Brooksville. We're going to go to the Stage West Playhouse, where they're doing the Sounds of the Four Seasons, Frankie Valley. So it's kind of like seeing Jersey Boys without all the cussing. So that'll be nice. And that will include dinner at Cody's Original Roadhouse up in Brooksville. July 24th, we've got the Museum of Science and Industry in Tampa, and they've got all kinds of interesting educational exhibits. They've got a restaurant right on the grounds. But the new thing they've done is the theater there has been under refurbishment for a while. That used to be one of the IMAX theaters with projectors, and they tore out the IMAX projector, which was always pretty cool, but they have replaced it with very high resolution digital projectors all synced together. So it's the world's second largest planetarium now, and it also shows movies in there and the screen is actually the inside of a sphere. So you're kind of swallowed by it. And if you've never been, you definitely should go check that out. July 29th, going back down to Sarasota for the Ringling Summer Circus, the Spectacular, and the Circus Museum. So your admission will include the Circus Museum, seeing the Summer Circus Spectacular in the Oslo Theater, and lunch will be on your own. So they do have a cafeteria. They have a very nice higher end restaurant in the ticket building, and they also have a little snack bar in the middle of the gardens. So you have a lot of choices there for lunch. And then July 31st, we go into Florida Rama. That is lunch on your own. And it is an art exhibit on the south side of St. Pete. They converted a warehouse into an art destination. So it's interactive. You're going to go in and walk through, and a lot of it is themed on St. Petersburg back to the 50s, 60s, and 70s when we were this huge destination for folks coming from up north. So there's a lot of art deco and neon and decorations like that. Should be really breathtaking. So now it's time for some more photo bombs. Photo bombs, here we go. I love that look on a kid's face.
Oh,
And if you can't make him out, that's a friendly little sloth hanging upside down there. They always do look pretty happy.
oh boy.
These guys you got to watch out for. That's an emu, and they are not particularly friendly, and they are kind of vicious if you have food for them. When we went through that drive-through animal park with the kids, you would think that a buffalo would be a danger to your car. But I had a buffalo come up, stuck his entire head in the driver's side window, and was eating out of my hand and letting me, scratch his head. He loved it. And when I nudged forward a little bit, telling him it's time to go, I got to leave, he so carefully got his horns out through the window and backed up and was very gentle. These guys would tear your car apart, and the ducks and the geese. Watch out for them. No, not the ducks. The goats. Goats will tear your car to shreds because they want every bit of food you got. Giraffes will do that to you. I tend to get kissed by giraffes when I'm around them. I don't know what it is about me. I have a pheromone that giraffes find irresistible. And there's a cute beluga about to About to eat that little boy. All right, we're going to jump into the new month, August. Start August off going to Fisherman's Village. They're having Tiki Fest coming up. So they will have hula dancers, tikis, and all kinds of sidewalk sale stuff for you. They've got great restaurants there, shops. It is open air, but it's covered, so you'll be in the shade the whole time. August 8th, we're going to go back to the RP Funding Center over in Lakeland. We have not been there in forever. So they have a really good Fred's Market buffet restaurant. We'll do that for dinner. And then after that, we're going to go see Girls Night Out at the RP Funding Center. And it's a musical with a lot of great music from the 70s and 80s. You'll really get a kick out of that. August 9th. Anybody here go with Wendy to Erica's Tea Room? Just one of you, a couple of you. So we're going to go back. Everybody seemed to like it. It was pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Well, they're going to be doing a murder mystery of Gone with the Wind. And that should be a lot of fun. And they'll have real good food and all the tea you can drink. The August 12th trip is going to Dogs Inc. If that looks familiar to you, that's because it used to be Southeastern Guide Dogs and they changed the name. It is, yes, it's still in the same location because they have a lot of investment there. They have a lot of offices and training. But you'll see the show Into the Dark, and then we'll do Lunch on Your Own. Lunch on Your Own will be at the Anna Maria Oyster Bar. We recently did a lunch bunch at one of the Anna Maria Oyster Bar locations. August 14th, lunch bunch. We're going to go back up to Brooksville, going back to Mally Kyla's. For quite a while, Mally Kyla's was my reigning champion of lunch bunch. They had the highest score for quite a long time. So a couple other places beat them out. It's a nice little family restaurant. It's in an old mansion, small for a mansion, real big for a house. It's a good one for the summertime because summertime I don't have the snowbirds here. So the bus won't be super full. We'll probably have 30, 40 of you. And we'll fit just fine at Mally Kyla's with that many. And the food there is great. They do a real good meatloaf and other goodies and real nice desserts. And they've got a gift shop and flower shop. And across the street, if it's still open, I think it's still there, was a Christmas store that has a lot of interesting items. August 16th, we're going to go back up to Tarpon Springs, and they're running something called Hippie Fest. So they will have food vendors on the street. The restaurants will be open in all the shops. They will have costume contests for who looks most like a hippie. They have Volkswagen shows going on while we're there. So a lot of good stuff. Then we've got Montreal, Quebec, and Ottawa. That is a diamond tour. So a couple things you should know about Diamond Tours if you didn't know. Diamond Tours is a large national company that packages the trip for us. So we just contract with them. They give us the bus, the hotels, the attractions, and the itinerary. And then Wendy and I go along and we handle all the day-to-day issues that do crop up and try to make sure you're having a great time. So we're going to visit Montreal, Quebec, and Ottawa. We did just in the last year cross the Canadian frontier with our passports and all to go to Niagara Falls. So Wendy and I have been through that ordeal and know how to handle it real well now. We're going to have step-on guides. We'll go to the Notre Dame Basilica, go to the underground city, cruising on the St. Lawrence River and Parliament Hill, and a whole lot more. August 24th, we're going to go back to the World Equestrian Center. We did go last year. We ran into a hiccup because we did have a breakdown on the bus, so people got stranded there for a while. But other than that, everybody seemed to enjoy the day. The food there is great. They got very nice restaurants and shops. It is a bit of walking because it is an equestrian center, so things are a little spread out. So you can do your shopping and your lunch, and then you can go to the arenas where the equestrian events are going on. And we'll make sure you're briefed on how those go so you know what you're looking at. August 29th, we're going to go back to Marina Jacks. We haven't been there for a while. That goes down out of Sarasota Bay, right there. And it's a real pretty boat. Again, closed, air conditioned, and real good food and good scenery. And that's the end of August. So time for some more of this. I think that's a marmot. I don't think it's a squirrel. Yeah, this one says I've been sitting here for my portrait, and you're screwing this up.
Like twins.
Who said that? Okay, you see the photo bomb back here?
Yes.
And my last one, the giant dog. I like that one. All right, we'll knock out the rest of the year, and then we're gonna do where in the world. Get all set. So we're gonna do beautiful Maine coming up September 26th to October 6th, and that again is a diamond tour. And you're gonna have 4 nights in beautiful Maine, 18 meals included, 10 of those breakfasts, which is all of your breakfasts, 8 of your dinners, which is almost all of your dinners. Here you go, Mom.
I'll catch him here. Whoa.
You're going to have guided tours, Portland and Kennebunkport. We're going to go to the Victoria Mansion, Pineland Farms, Booth Bay Railway Village, and the Seashore Trolley Museum. All fantastic things for you to go see.
Can we eat lobster?
Do we eat lobster? There is a lobster dinner on there. Yeah, it's part of the itinerary. I wouldn't go if there's no lobster. Dad tells me that the McDonald's up there does a lobster roll,
Oh, that's
and
excellent.
it's supposed to be really good. Yeah. 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 I might have to give that a shot. Is there mayonnaise on that?
Yeah,
not
oh,
If there's mayonnaise, I'm not doing it. Anyway, we're going to do Charleston. We've had a lot of requests from Charleston. So that's going to be a little 4-day getaway, October 9th to 12th. 7 of your meals included. So that's almost all of your meals, all your breakfasts, all your dinners, and 1 of your lunches. You got to buy lunch twice. What a deal. You're going to be staying at the brand new Drury Plaza in Charleston. And the difference, if you didn't know, a regular Drury has the lounge area where they serve the Drury dinner and you get your drinks. Drury Plaza is a little bit bigger and fancier and actually has a real sit-down restaurant where you can order food that's not in the 5:30 kickback. So a little nicer level of food if you're tired of your Drury dinners. They've got a guided city tour, the harbor boat tour, Charleston Tea Gardens, a 500-year-old angel oak tree, and so much more. Then Dad's going to do fall foliage. That's going to go October 19th to 24th, 6 days. You'll get to see an elk, almost certainly. Just watch out for Ollie, because if she starts chasing the elks, she could be hauled away in cuffs again. We're going to go to Cades Cove, and that's going to be one of the major features of the trip. He's going to spend most of a day in Cades Cove. You're going to have a picnic lunch there, and that's where you'll see most of your wildlife. So he'll get there as early in the day as he can manage, and morning and dusk are your best times to see the wildlife there. They've seen bears, deer, and elk at Cades Cove, so you might see any and all of those. You're going to visit Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Sevierville, Newfound Gap again. Now, I got to tell you, Cades Cove and Newfound Gap are both on the Appalachian Trail. If you're not familiar with the Appalachian Trail, this is a foot trail that goes from Springer Mountain, Georgia, to Mount Katahdin in Maine, about 2,200 miles or so. And people do walk that whole thing every year. The fastest anybody's done it is a little over 4 months, and most people take 5 or 6 months to get it done. And they do it with a backpack the whole way. So you will find entrances to the trail at the ends of Cades Cove and at Newfound Gap. Where you recognize that, they paint blazes on the trees. It's a rectangle about 3 by 6 inches, white paint. So when you're on the trail, to know you're still on the trail, you're looking for those white blazes. When you're hiking, sometimes You've been hiking for a while, or you're a little bit brain dead because you've been hiking a long time, and you don't remember the last time you saw a blaze, and you start to get worried, and then you get around a corner and you see a blaze, and you're so happy and excited because I'm still on the trail and I'm not lost in the woods. So you can go up, you can go walking 20, 30 feet up the trail. You can come home and tell people I've hiked on the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell them how far. I won't rat you out. Anyway, that's my whole Appalachian Trail story for you there. This one's got 11 meals included, all your breakfasts, all your dinners, and one of your lunches. So again, we're feeding you good. You guys came home from the mystery tour. Anybody have trouble with their pants fitting at the end of the mystery tour? I know I did. I had to make a new hole in my belt. We're going to go to the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, see some elk, and 3 nights again at another brand new Drury Plaza. Now, Drury had gotten real persnickety with us in the last year. We hadn't used them a lot lately, and I don't know what Dad said to him, but he's got a bunch of Drurys, and they made the contract, so it wasn't ridiculous, and the prices are not bad. So we're back at the Drurys again. It makes us happy. And you're going to get a moonshine tour. So you get the drinks at the Drury. They got a moonshine tour. So we're going to have to put a leash on you people by the end of that. Yeah. Almost certainly a free taste. We got our St. Augustine Christmas lights. It's the first one. We may have others. I already have a group leader asking me to hold 20 seats for this. So if you want to go to St. Augustine, book it right away, get your deposit in. Don't wait, because this one will fill up before you know it. As soon as this one fills up, I'll probably set up another date or maybe even two. But St. Augustine is always very popular. You're going to get 2 nights at the Southern Oaks Inn. Let me walk through the itinerary for you. Thursday morning, we leave Pinellas County. We'll have lunch in Palm Coast. Usually I go either to Golden Corral or to Cracker Barrel, one or the other. We will get into St. Augustine after lunch. We'll do a driving tour and point out all the sites, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot to see there. We'll go check into the Southern Oaks Inn. Now, the Southern Oaks Inn, it is a nice hotel. They keep it good and clean, but it's an older property. It's a motel setup, so it's two floors, no elevators. So some of you will be upstairs and have to go up steps to get to your room. It is not the newest, fanciest property, but it's a good price and it's in a good location. They have great breakfast there, and they do have a shuttle that runs from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. from the hotel to the visitor center. So you can come and go pretty much as you please and not have to wait. We'll run the bus a few times, but you can come and go up till 10 o'clock at night. And we don't usually run the bus that late. So after we get checked in at the Southern Oaks, we are going to go out to dinner at the Carrabba's, and they serve a very nice dinner for us there. We'll get in and out. Then we go to the Night of Lights, and that is the centerpiece of the whole trip. We're going to go back to the visitor center. We're going to get on a trolley, and the trolley, now I'll warn you, it's St. Augustine, it's December. It could be 70 degrees, or it could be down in the 40s. And it's humid because you're right on the ocean there. So if it's going to be cold, that's why we go to the hotel first. You will want to change and bring a jacket and maybe a hat and mittens in case it's going to be real cold. I've had it both ways. I've had it comfortable in shorts, and I have been freezing everything off. So anyway, we're going to ride around. They've got millions of beautiful Christmas lights strung up everywhere. They play Christmas carols on the speakers on the trolley. You will all sing, and you will sing well because I am used to getting standing ovations when we go by the restaurants where people are dining outside. And we will have a great time with that. They're going to give you glasses that make the lights look weird. They're like holographic. Yeah, they've got like Christmas trees or snowflakes or whatever. And then after all of that, we're gonna go tuck you into bed and have a good night. Day 2, after breakfast, the bus will make a few runs during the day down to the visitor center, but you're gonna have on-off privileges on the trolleys all day. And it'll take you to all of the different things there are to see. So you can go, I'll run through them quick. There's the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. There is the Leitner Museum. There is, there's the college, the old jail, the fort there, the Castillo de San Marcos. There's a distillery, a winery. There is a chocolate factory. There's a wax museum. There's the old Spanish colonial village. There's a pirate museum that's pretty cool. And that's not even all of it. There's way more than that to see. So you'll have all of that to do all day Friday, and you can get back to the hotel when you want. Then Saturday, they're going to be having the 69th annual St. Augustine Christmas Parade, where everybody in the entire city is in this parade. And it starts at the north end of San Marco, goes to the south end. So we'll leave the hotel a little early, get you into town. You may want to bring a camp chair to sit on because there are some benches, but there may be fistfights over the seating because there's thousands and thousands of people to watch this parade. After the parade, we're going to skedaddle out of town and have lunch on the way home because you don't want to try to get a table in a restaurant right after the parade. So that is the St. Augustine Christmas lights. We'll probably have it a couple other dates where it won't be on the weekends, but this one is got the parade. This is the only one with the parade. And then we've got a country Christmas at Opryland coming up. That'll be a great 6-day trip to Nashville, staying at the beautiful Gaylord Opryland Resort. And it is immense. It's divided into different lands. It's almost like going to Disney World, the Magic Kingdom, where you've got Tomorrowland and Frontierland. Each section of the hotel has its own themes and walkways and gardens. Check that out. That is one of the atriums. The different sections of the hotel have their own atriums. It'll all be decorated for the holidays. It's got a glassed-in ceiling. So inside it's going to be 72 degrees and sunny. Outside it might be snowing, but you can enjoy all the decorations and everything inside. There's the Delta boat ride you can do. So we'll have 2 nights at Drury. See, I told you Dad was back in with Drury. We're going to go to the Morro and Valdosta. You're going to have 3 nights at Gaylord Opryland. I do recommend if you go on this trip and you've never been there, even if you have been there, get on their website, look up the maps of the place, and familiarize yourself with it. Because I spend more time there guiding people back to their hotel room or where breakfast is going to be or where the show is. I'm like a guide dog. That's all I do there. We've got live music with the breakfast there. They got a fantastic breakfast buffet. It is by day 3, you've got it figured out, and now you're going home. Yeah, we're gonna go on the General Jackson paddle wheeler. The Christmas show is going to be right in the hotel in the ballroom this year, so you're going to really just walk down the hall, maybe up some steps, and you're there. It's going to be. We probably won't find out until maybe around Halloween time. They usually give that to us pretty late. It'll be some nationally known country music star who will be putting on a Christmas show for you. The food is really good too. That always knocked my socks off in the ballroom because they're feeding 2,000 people all at once. And if you watch and you're paying attention, they've got food in front of everybody in about 30 minutes from the time they start serving. And it's amazing to watch. And I'm kind of a finicky eater. Like, I don't like dressing on my salad. I asked for a salad, no dressing. They were back in like 2 minutes with a salad, no dressing for me. And I saw them taking other special orders and really handling it. I've always been really impressed with the folks who run Gaylord Opryland. They should probably run the army. They could probably invade a country successfully. We got a Nashville nightlife show. You will have free time in downtown Nashville because some folks want to know if they could go to the Country Music Hall of Fame. You definitely can. And Gaylord Opryland also has their own shuttle. So if the bus isn't going to downtown, but you want to go, you can take the Opryland shuttle and they'll run you back and forth. So that is a country Christmas again. This one tends to be a sellout too. We do have some, is it atrium rooms, atrium view balcony rooms?
Yeah, you never know what we get.
No, Lori's got a few in the order.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, there is a special room you can get. It's got like a balcony overlooking the atriums, and that's a premium room. There is an additional fee to get those,
Oh, yeah.
but we've got a few of them in our order. So if you're interested in that, when you call us, ask me or Lori, and we'll get you the price for it and get you booked for that. Anyway, what day is it? Today's holidays. It is Stars and Stripes Forever Day. Anybody ever play a piccolo in school? Dun, 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 dun. If you were in band, you know that song. It's Root Canal Day. I do have pliers with me if anybody needs help. I had a scout with a loose tooth the other night. They run from me. Their mother says, "Don't go near Mr. Kennedy. He's got pliers." It's Buttermilk Biscuit Day. Yum. Dance Like a Chicken Day. It's Stationary Day and Receptionist Day. So that takes me to the end of this circus. Who has the first question? Going once, going twice. Nobody? Nobody at all? Here, I wore you out. You want to know where in the world, you want to know who won. All right, so next month's meeting back here, June 11th. Bring a friend. Thanks for coming today. This is a pretty good turnout. I'm happy to see all of you. That'll be on Wednesday, June 11th. Remember to tip your servers. And although I think they're including it now on the bill, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tips on.
Okay, so I could probably take that off the slide now. All right, so you guys want to know where in the world? Ollie's playing solitaire over here.
Well, there was Ed's answer. No.
Nobody?
No. And Miss Jones was a railroad station.
Okay.
Terry has answer.
Terry. Why don't you take them to this nice lady and have her draw a winner for me?
I did bring the bag. Come up here.
Borrow Tom's hat.
I want to get it.
Main Strip Club. Where was it? You guys want to know? You want to know real bad?
Yeah.
All right, here it comes. It is the Show Street Palace Theater at Dollywood. Now, if that picture doesn't look quite right, it's because I blanked out the marquee for you. Because I'm mean like that.
I had a picture.
I don't know. Now, my morning group might have been more awake. Two of them got the right answer. I'm gonna pitch you against them. We'll see. We're gonna fight to the death. So we did a drawing for our winner, and her answer was Old Theater in Niagara Falls, Canada. So it's Debbie Stubbs. So congratulations, Debbie. So if you would take those to Debbie and pick a winner, if you would take those to Debbie and have her pick a winner for me, I'll hand the prizes out.
Oh, she's got the.
Okay. Yeah. Debbie gets $25 off her next trip. So Debbie's going to pick a winner. My first winner is going to get a Canada map puzzle to get you ready to go to Canada with me.
Faye Farley.
Faye Farley. Nah,
It's an R in there.
you wish.
Did I put Canada?
You won Canada. Here you go. So you can have fun and learn. They're going to pick a winner. They're going to get mini M&Ms.
Oh.
Ollie can't read it. Barbara Moore. Barbara, protect these from head. They'll steal it from you. Barbara's going to pick, and this is my grand prize today. Harry and David milk chocolate covered blueberries. Wow. And those will go to the poor convalescents in the back. Huge bandage underneath it. So that takes us to the end, guys. Thank you for coming today. Ollie and I will stick around if you want to book anything. Remember, we would love to have you join us in upcoming stuff like St. John's River. And if you have any questions for me, I'll be here. Yes, ma'am.
Are you going there?
But,
Yeah.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
really good.
I'm a little shy. Well, I'm gonna probably talk to the garage and see if I can get a break out front. So we can go, because I need to cancel a bunch when yeah, I'd like to get a couple more on there. I got a couple weeks. Yeah. If I can get one or two more, we'll be okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is it? Oh, excuse me, weeks, unless you get lost in South Pasadena. Yeah. Probably close. So, Maine, doing better than Canada. I still need a few more, but I'm almost there.
Yeah. Right. Signed
But
up.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm then.
Was that the icy dip? That'd be a good one for ice.
Ways to see square.
Far away?
Nice to meet
No. You know, like a lot of things, just a few seats.
Yes,
I
see if I
really,
can find somebody, but
I really hate sitting at that level all the time.
I know.
Because you don't know if you're going or not going. You're trying.
It's just, I mean, I talk to people.
It's really frustrating to get much taller over there.
Oh, yeah.
You don't take a payment. And then when it suddenly has enough to go, you call and they go, either, oh, I never signed up for that. Oh, yeah, because I just sit here and write names down.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know which ship payment because it's like.
Well, yeah, I try not to take it.
That and then I'm gonna cancel, I'm gonna probably cancel.
Yeah, so we appreciate that. A lot of folks aren't too courteous.
Yeah. Well, that just sounds exciting.
I
Something different.
gotta check on the varsity again. And make sure I'm not wrong.
I'll be right back. I got a couple questions for you.
I'll be here.
Okay, have a good one. Massachusetts. And then you make good out yourself. I'll pass it on to, well, I can't, you're just. Great, thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna, I go listen to it. So the family tree, where are you? See, we gotta, no, you're not the family tree? I'm not in the family. You're an employee? No. Oh, I was here. I said, oh, no, in the family, where's she at? No. She's not in that tree. Oh, okay. No problem. All right, we get started. Thank you. Yeah, well, I've been on one. Okay, which one? Yeah. So, I talked to, sister. Lori.
Yeah, hey there. You guys are still open for business, right?
I just went to.
I'm down here in Florida. I got customers telling me they thought you were closed. Is it just, it's just the drive-through that's not being open right now?
So. Trio.
Okay, good. Thank you so much.
All right.
I like being right. Yeah, varsity is open. I don't know where all these people keep coming up with telling me it's closed.
Oh, it's up to okay. What do we tell you?
Folks love to tell me I'm wrong about stuff. They don't check it first.
Oh, here we go.
They'll just shout it
Mr.
out.
Todd, I have a question for you, if I may.
Okay.
Help me, I can hear it answer the question, because you mentioned the word hacienda, and I'm going like, where's that? But then here it
Clearwater.
says in Port.
Well, Port Richey,
Port
yeah.
Richey. It's where, at least,
North on 19, about an hour and a half.
okay.
North of
I
Clearwater.
thought Chicago, so how much is
Yeah.
that? So let's see, you have, what's on that coast is Palm, from Palm Harbor.
Yeah, Palm Harbor's up that way, Dunedin,
Oh, yeah,
yeah, Clearwater and Dunedin and
Tarpon
Port Richey,
Springs.
Tarpon Springs, yeah.
so it's a little more north of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was looking at that one, and like, oh, that's interesting, but there's a couple that are of interest. So I can give you a jingle, but, is that,
It's okay. It'll handle itself. Are you talking about the TV show? Yeah, it's still running. I gotta say goodbye to my audience of one. Okay, yeah, I'll stop it. Hey, folks at home, you may have noticed we're done. If you're still watching, good for you. And we're gonna shut off the production now. Thank you for watching and have a great day. End stream.
I don't know.